Hey everyone! Today, we're talking about SNSD, also known as Girls' Generation. As the queens of K-pop, SNSD has had a huge impact on the music industry. Let's break down their success and what we can learn from their marketing strategies. The K-pop group SNSD was created in 2007, and I first heard of SNSD about 15 years ago. Since I'm from a Japanese family, I had some contact with Japanese music, and seeing Korean music starting to rise got my attention given the similarities. As a marketer, it was also very interesting to see the increasing success of not only SNSD, but K-pop. This video is more based on my experience and opinions developed during the period as a marketer seeing the success of SNSD. Reliable information is difficult to obtain and probably in Korean, so I may be wrong or not be able to see important parts of this story. If you have something to add, please comment. SNSD, or Girls' Generation, is a name that probably every K-pop fan knows. For a large part of the new audience 15 years ago, SNSD was the face of K-pop. SNSD was almost synonymous with the genre, setting the standards that would lead to the K-pop phenomenon, together with some other groups of the same generation. Groups like SNSD, Big Bang, and Super Junior were virtually the definition of K-pop at the time. Branding is very important for marketing, but many artists struggle to develop strong brands. SNSD is an extremely strong brand not only for the group, but also the new music genre. Few artists achieve that level of branding in the music industry. Also, each member of SNSD was an individual brand, with her own audiences, her own forms of promotion, her own appeals. Although fans of music bands often like some members better, SNSD really took advantage of that trend that we had seen before with old Japanese music. AKB48, for example, has very strong promotion not only for the band, but for individual members. SNSD was the first 9-member K-pop group. Their synchronized performances and strong group identity made them stand out. Having 9 members can be chaotic and confusing. However, if the band can manage that well, there are many positives too. Each and all members are important and contribute in their own ways. When each part is important, the sum of those many parts can be a huge sum. That was SNSD. Fans could be attracted by the looks of someone, the singing, the dancing, the storytelling of the music videos, the lyrics, how hard they worked, or just how fun they were when on a TV show.
요거 틀리는 사람 있으면 정답 처리 안 할 거야. 알겠지? 너 잠깐만 왜 벌레 신고 왔어?
바지가 왜 그래? 다리 길어 보이는 유행이야.
그래?
아들 나 다리 길어 보이게 할 거야.
근데 다리가 길어 보이는데 집에 가면 엄마한테 혼날 것 같아.
수영이 18번이래.
내가 수영이다. 수영.
약간 열받아.
실패. 박자 있어서 박자.
Those qualities might not be able to differentiate SNSD individually. Many artists can be very good at one of them. However, having all of them combined into a single group had a major impact in the music industry. To this day, that's an expectation for K-pop groups. They show a very high level of quality in a range of attributes when the different members are combined. Like the old stars of Hollywood and Broadway, they can sing, dance, act, tell jokes, play sports, run businesses, among other skills. As commonly proposed by Yin and Yang, the combination of different elements creates power. If you think SNSD is just a group of pretty girls, you will miss the point. The global expansion of Asian culture is a long process with many players. For example, Japanese with manga and anime, Filipinos with Broadway, and Chinese with social media. In many cases, the expansion of Asian culture happened organically, almost by accident. For example, fans of martial arts who showed bootleg tapes of Jackie Chan, Jet Li, or Chow Yun-fat movies eventually spreading the awareness about Chinese cinema, including other movie genres, even if none of us could understand Chinese or read the bad subtitles. But SNSD broke international barriers intentionally. It was part of a plan. SNSD didn't just focus on Korea, they aimed for global success.
Tokyo, Seoul, London, New York. 기만마, 이 세계이 will drive tonight.
Using English language songs, international tours, and social media, they connected with fans all over the world. There were many Asians and fans of Asian culture waiting for something like that to happen. For many of us, that was a way to reconnect with our roots and show pride in being Asian. There was an international market waiting to be seen. Over time, more people joined the market for multiple reasons like good dancing or good entertainment. Some of SNSD biggest hits include G, Lionheart, and The Boys. These songs not only topped charts but also made a huge impact on K-pop. Leveraging hit products to solidify a brand's position is a key marketing strategy. When I noticed people around the world were watching, it was like seeing people discovering a new world that they were not aware of. SNSD songs were not just new music releases, they opened new frontiers and created doors for others to follow. Many people could be confused and find it weird, but others saw the world opening for them. SNSD is considered part of the second generation of K-pop that ended around 2011 or 2012. New groups show up from time to time, creating a new generation with different attributes. I think we currently have the fifth generation of K-pop. In music, older artists are often replaced, forgotten, or ignored when a new generation appears. In K-pop, that is almost part of the system, with K-pop groups not expected to last. However, SNSD seems to refuse to die. The group went into a hiatus but didn't really disband. The members of SNSD pursued individual success. Some of them continued doing music individually like Taeyeon, Tiffany, and Hyoyeon. Some of them started their acting careers like Yoona, Sooyoung, Yuri, and Seohyun. Sunny hosted TV shows. Jessica Jung built a fashion empire. Although the band was on a hiatus, it kept influencing the new generations of K-pop. SNSD was a trendsetter, and many K-pop groups took advantage of the trend they set. In 2022, SNSD announced a comeback video to celebrate their 15th anniversary. The announcement spread, sending shockwaves through the community. Old fans could barely believe SNSD would be back. Newer fans of K-pop would discover the legend of SNSD. Old and new fans got together for the comeback of SNSD. That video is called Forever One, hinting that SNSD remains as the #1 of K-pop after all this time, despite all the generations of K-pop artists that came after. The video for Forever One has 70 million views, but that's just a small part of the story.
Girls, we are forever. It's now or never. Yeah, we forever.
SNSD was not only alive, SNSD still drew crowds of people around the world easily. SNSD is more than a K-pop band. It's a respected legend in the K-pop industry. SNSD has been facing a long and difficult journey, not always perfect. One of the most significant events was the departure of one of the original members of the group, Jessica. The loss of a member can be so critical that many groups struggle to survive after that. Even when the group survives after the loss of a member, they can lose their identity, integrity, motivation, or reason to exist. Although we may never know the full story behind the departure of Jessica in 2014, beyond vague statements like disagreements with agency and a dark period in her life, the topic is still heavily debated. But the event didn't seem to harm the group's brand image. The problem is probably more associated with the agency managing the group. Jessica seems to be doing well, so the decision to leave the group may have been the best decision, even though fans may miss Jessica as part of SNSD. SNSD faced its brand crises, but managed the problems very well. Many brands damage their reputation so badly due to brand crises, so I think the example of SNSD deserves more attention. I know SNSD was important for many people in the world. If you have a story to share, I'd love to see that. I often mention that many of the best examples of marketing to me are from the arts, and SNSD is an example. Branding, differentiation, international expansion, innovation, social impact, and crises management are some examples. There is much more to see and study out there if we are open to learning.